For those who are here today, thank you so much. I'm excited to introduce Ms. Bailey Matthews from Symphona, who's going to talk to you all about her company as well as the different IT and finance accounting related opportunities they have. So Bailey, take it away.
Thank you, Heather. So, like she said, I'm Bailey Matthews. I am the recruiter for our firm. We are a public accounting firm, and we also are growing our IT division right now. So, we have 4 office locations as of right now. Like I said, we're continuing to grow, so could be more in the future. We've been actively recruiting with Middle Georgia in the past. In August of last year, we officially rebranded. So Symphona is our new name. And beforehand, we were TJS Dana, which was the accounting side, and Vertices was our IT side. So maybe you might recognize our old name, maybe not. Symphona is definitely a lot easier to say. So, kind of the background on our rebranding, we over the years have just been merging and acquiring other accounting firms and technology companies. So over the years, we continued to grow, but kind of referred to ourselves as our old names, which was TJS, Dana, and Vertices. So we also just added an HR consulting division to the firm as well. And it just kind of made sense to go through the rebranding process where we can just call ourselves one name and not necessarily refer to ourselves as 2 or 3 different company names. So now we're just Symphona. Technology side is Simtech. Our main technology office is our Marietta office. We do have space for our IT team in the Atlanta area as well. Um, and then we also have our Dublin, Georgia office, primarily accounting. We have 1 or 2 IT team members there. And then in our Savannah office, again, primarily some accounting with a couple of our IT team members. But for the most part, we typically recruit IT interns or full-time team members to the Marietta office. And again, I don't know for maybe those of you that logged on after I said this, but this presentation will be more of just general information on the firm as a whole. And then we'll go into some information on what each department, so tax, audit, and IT, what those interns do on a daily basis. I think she said most of you guys are interested in IT. So you might hear some accounting information that might not appeal to you, or maybe it does, but we're just going to go through that as well, just so we cover everything. So, our firm's mission statement is to be the leading professional services firm by creating value in each relationship. And our core values are trustworthiness, professionalism, exceptional customer service, and continuous improvement. Just a little side note on here. So, our firm does monthly calls with the entire firm. Right now, we have about 150 team members. And so, we call those conversations with Ken because our managing partner's name is Ken. And he just provides a monthly update on any new business in the firm, any updates on how we're continuing to grow, whether that's acquiring another firm or opening another office location or whatever that is. And each month we choose a team member to do a mission statement story. So they'll kind of share a story about another team member that is representing our mission statement and either creating value with someone in the firm or with a client. And then we also choose a team member to do a core value story, and they will pick one of our core values and pick a team member that kind of is showing excellent professionalism or continuous improvement or whatever it is. So those are always a nice thing to hear. And it kind of helps because you have your 4 different office locations. You're not going to be working with those team members in other offices on a daily basis, but it helps you get a better sense of, I guess, like the family environment that we preach, and kind of learn more about each of our team members and what they're doing to kind of help the firm continue to grow. So overall, I think we have about 17 partners total. This is Just some of them. So overall, I said our managing partner is Ken. He is in charge of the firm kind of as a whole. And then we have our service line leaders. So for our three main divisions, which is tax, audit, and technology, we have Christy, who's in charge of tax. Robin is in charge of audit. And for our technology, we have Matt Baldwin, and he's in that Marietta office. He's very involved with all of our interns. So if any of you do end up coming to our Marietta office for an internship. You will get to see him from day to day. And then on the bottom row, we have John Vandeveer, who is our deputy managing partner. So he kind of helps out Ken a lot with the day-to-day operations. And then for each office location as well, we have a partner in charge. So anything like specifically related to the Atlanta office, we would go to Tracy, or in Marietta, it's Matt, and then in Dublin, we have Rhonda. So again, overall, we have about 17 partners. 15 of those are accounting partners, and 2 of those are technology partners. On the left, we have a couple of firm accolades that we've received. So obviously the Forbes and the Insight are for the accounting side. I think we're ranked at number 213 right now for in the top 300 firms. Really trying to break under 200. So we'll have to see what we get this year. And then on the bottom, we have received a couple of small business awards for the technology side. And overall, our firm goal is to reach 40 million by 2030. So as a whole, we offer many different types of services. Um, in terms of growth, our ultimate goal is to be a professional services firm instead of strictly an accounting firm versus an IT company. So for all of our clients, we offer audits, assurance, stuff like that, basic tax services for small businesses all the way up to large corporations. On the technology side, we're considered a managed service provider. So any kind of IT service that you could think of, we offer to our clients, whether that is the like daily help desk support type stuff, cybersecurity. We even sell products to our clients. So really anything you can think of in the technology realm, we have our hands in. We also, like I mentioned, just started the outsourcing. That's mainly under our HR branch. So anything from recruiting to onboarding, anything like that. And the risk and controls kind of goes back to our technology and our audit service lines. So for our audit group, we have a couple different niche areas that we do audits. And we very recently, I believe last year sometime, started doing I guess you would consider it an audit, but we have one of our or two of our team members basically try to hack into systems to see what if you guys are vulnerable or if there's something you need to improve on. Um, so in any area of the firm we're looking to grow, I think we're definitely looking to grow that one. That honestly sounds like the most interesting thing to me. So right now, I would say internship wise, it would mainly be more of the like help desk support type stuff, but we're very open to if anybody is interested in a specific internship, we're happy to listen to them. And if that's somewhere where we can kind of put an intern, we're happy to do that too. So anything you can think of, we kind of do it. This is just more of a department breakdown. I kind of just went over that, but tax-wise, which is our TBS department, we do individual returns, business returns, and then we do have a separate group that does returns for insurance companies. And then in our audit group, we have a banking division in our Dublin office. So they go to banks all around the Middle Georgia area and do audits for them. I'm going to skip over ADS and then go to Educational Services Group. So in our Savannah office, we have an audit group that does audits on colleges and post-secondary education groups. So we've done audits at like Georgia Southern. I believe we've done one at UGA. So um, out of all of our audit groups, that one is the one that probably travels the most. They travel the farthest. I know they go to some schools in Florida. And then going back to ADS, that one is what we call like our catch-all audit group. So any other kind of client, we have an ADS division in each office. So for our Atlanta office, they typically focus on our clients that are around the Atlanta area, whatever they may be. I know they go to like apartment companies and they've done audits there at the kind of like property management site, stuff like that. And then on our technology side, a big majority of the technology side is that daily help desk support type role, which I know a lot of students are really interested in, like the cybersecurity stuff. But you have to start somewhere. And so I think our technicians and our kind of help desk type roles is a great place to start, especially for an internship, because you really learn from the ground up, which if you are interested in cybersecurity, that is great. But you, again, kind of have to start somewhere. So I think this specifically is a good opportunity for anybody that could potentially be interested in some type of other like sector of the IT industry. And then that SecOps group is the one I was talking about that kind of tries to hack into our clients and see like where they might be vulnerable and suggest ways to fix that. So there is not necessarily any opportunity for full-time or internships right now in that specific division. But again, who's to say that couldn't be something in the future that we do? So our clients range in size, again, from small businesses to large corporation, and they really kind of are in any industry. We have clients that are government agencies, construction companies, again, that educational services group, so a lot of colleges, law firms, hospitals, nonprofits, really everything. Off the top of my head, I'm not sure if there's really a specific industry that we're not in, or we don't at least have one client in. So if there's something that you're interested in specifically, like this is more tax related, so maybe not interested in tax, but our insurance group, if there's someone that's interested specifically in wanting to do tax, but for insurance companies, we have that. So again, if you maybe don't see something that you might be interested in, please feel free to ask. Maybe we don't have it right now, but it's not to say we can't kind of make something for an intern in the future. So we're going to go into more in depth on what our interns do day to day. And we'll go through our audit, tax, and technology. So starting with our audit interns, well, let me just preface this. So for any of our interns in general, we don't expect you guys to come in with any prior knowledge. That's what an internship is for. So we don't expect you guys to come in knowing any specific software or any knowing how to do anything specific. But if you have prior experience, that obviously is helpful. For each of our internships and whatever division it may be, we do offer hands-on training. We have a good balance of training videos and then one-on-one training or in-person training with an actual like technician. We'll just use IT as the example. So training-wise, we do kind of take care of you guys. We don't just throw you into anything expecting you to know what you're doing. So back to day in the life of our audit interns. So they'll learn how to import trial balances into Caseware, which is one of the softwares we use. They will learn how to prepare confirmations for all of the audits, run updates, pull work papers, excuse me. And one thing that is kind of different compared to some of our other internships is they do, if the chance arises, they do get to go to a client site and kind of see the whole process of what goes into an audit. They also will work on financial statements and any other special projects like our ORB implementation. Next is our tax interns. I would say tax interns probably get the most hectic schedule if they do a tax internship during busy season, but you get real hands-on experience. And no matter what service line your internship is in, I think that doing it during a busy season, if your department has a busy season, sometimes busy season is all the time. Um, I just think that gives you the best experience and will kind of give you the most insight to what a future career could be for your specific service line. So, right now, our tax interns are going through. At the beginning, they did an orientation. All of our interns have a buddy, so they'll get assigned to a buddy, and we try to have them do monthly meetings. And your buddy is just a general great resource to use if you have any questions, anything like that. And they're also learning how to prepare year-end accounting files, different types of tax returns, whether that be individual returns, business returns. Um, and this last bullet kind of goes into play for any kind of internship you do with us. All of our interns have plenty of interaction with our partners and our directors. So just because someone in your service line has a specific title like partner does not mean that you cannot go to them. We kind of have an open door policy where you are free to go to whoever you want to for your questions. You might be directed to your supervisor or your buddy initially, but we're all open door, happy to help. If you have any questions, you can really go to anyone. And lastly, our IT interns. Again, you're kind of starting from the ground up. So there will be some training videos or one-on-one training on initial, like how to use the software, that sort of thing. And our IT interns will learn how to image computers and add users whenever we have new hires. They kind of get to shadow that process. For our clients, they do checks or daily checks, kind of see if anything is running slowly, if our clients are having any issues, kind of monitoring that and stepping in and saying, hey, I noticed this was going wrong. Just wanted to let you know, and I fixed it, whatever it may be. They also learn AV patch reports and opening DNS reports. The main thing I would say that the IT interns get to work on is any incoming tickets from internal team members or a client. For the most part, on the IT team, they all work on stuff for the clients. We do have two IT team members that help with any internal needs for our accounting team members. So technically, when we send a ticket, it goes to everybody. But for the most part, in an internship, you'll be getting to see a lot of the client stuff, which is good because it varies for type of client and maybe what they might be needing. So you'll definitely get a wide range of experience kind of helping out the clients that way. These are just a few pictures from our office locations. Um, the top left corner, so those are all of our like volunteer opportunities. Um, Volunteering and kind of giving back to the community is something that we really care about. And we have a handful of opportunities for our team members every year, throughout the year to kind of donate their time or just give back in some way. So we actually have one coming up in June, I believe. And in this one, in each office location, we try to do them by team. So, like all of our Marietta team will try to do theirs the same day if possible. Sometimes that doesn't work out that way, but this one is a little bit more lenient where you can kind of pick any organization. I know a lot of people like to do animal shelters and help out that way. So that one's coming up in June. And then we have one in Thanksgiving, like November time, where we all go to a local food bank and kind of help out there. So you saw the Atlanta Community Food Bank one, are the two bottom pictures. And the top one is our Savannah office. So they do Grace's Kitchen. And then the top left one is Kids Cup, which is not necessarily a food bank, but if anybody's familiar with the Dublin area, a little bit limited on opportunities. So they always do something with Kids Cup every year. But overall, we have plenty of opportunity to give back. And a lot of times we turn it into a competition just to spark some competition with the entire firm. So we also participate in Georgia Food Fight, which is not an actual food fight, but we donate money and every dollar donates like 4 meals to an individual in need. So that's something fun that we always do. The other top right corner are pictures from our rebranding. So in August, we kind of had a rebranding day, and all the offices were decorated in our new colors, and that was really nice. And then just the bottom pictures, we love to celebrate holidays, play any game where we can turn it into a friendly competition. So that one on the bottom, where that's one of our current interns, Jacob. We had a remote control like car race throughout the office. So that's what that was from. Obviously, Halloween parties, Christmas parties, whatever it is. We pretty much like to celebrate anything. And we always have opportunities outside of the office to kind of get together. And the one of the dunk tank, that's actually our managing partner in the dunk tank. And I believe that was for the Georgia food fight. So he said whoever donated money had the opportunity to dunk him. So that was pretty fun as well. So outside of the day-to-day operations, we always like to make sure our team members know that we care about them, celebrate them, and also kind of give back to the community as well. We are on all of those social media platforms. If you guys haven't heard of us before, I do recommend that you check out our website at least, which is symphona.us.